What is a homunculus even supposed to mean?
I don't know, dude.
I don't know either.
I think in Russia, when you buy eggs, there's just like a 1 in 5 million chance that you're gonna get a homunculus.
No, they actually have 2 separate egg cartons. They have ones homunculus free, and then ones where like you might get a homunculus. You know, it just depends. Like they just love jizzing inside eggs.
They actually sell imported homunculus eggs at my natural food store.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, because they're a lot more natural.
Russian imported.
From Russia with love, dude.
They sell that movie at your.
Yeah,
it's like they do health food.
Right next to each other.
You know how they used to like jar up placentas and stuff and sell them? Like,
no,
now it's homunculus.
Oh my god, the recorder's on.
What? How'd that happen?
Dang it.
Fucking hell, John.
I wasn't ready.
Well,
Okay. Snastcast. I said it. There you go.
Is that what this is?
Which episode is this? 14?
Wow.
69.
That's
LOL.
amazing.
XD.
The next episode, lowercase x, uppercase x. 420, you smoke weed for life.
Alright, we
uppercase x, lowercase x.
There you go.
Exclamation point.
Can't forget that.
XX John is here. XX.
Grant is here.
XX Brad is here.
XX Slayer fan 69 420 is here. Actually, it's just Jake, just Josh and you.
No, just have Jake in front.
Wasn't that when we played that mech game at the 2D con? That's what you put for your name?
Yeah,
It was
XX Slayer
at
fan.
the video game
XX.
convention.
Yeah.
When we played in those 90s era.
It was
Battle
really
bot.
fun, but it was really,
BattleBot mech suit.
It was really fun, but it was pretty dated.
Yeah, dude.
Was
I
it
mean,
like
what was I?
It was actually
I was
fun.
Papa Smurf, right?
Yep.
It wasn't worth the
And
money.
you wanted to be downtown ground pound, but you couldn't.
I
play it.
couldn't. It wouldn't let me.
So what'd you
How
pick?
much was that? Like $8?
I think
I
you
did finish dog.
Yeah,
It
finish
was
dog.
$8?
Yeah.
What? How much was it? Was it like
Too much.
Yeah.
Way too
I was
much.
even there for it. Is it like that mech game that like at Chuck E. Cheese, you know, where you
Yeah,
put on like
pretty
that
much.
helmet?
No,
and
it's-
like, look
No,
around?
not even that.
No,
I thought
there
that was
was
the World War II shooter game,
Yeah.
like defending the beaches.
They
No,
had
it's
like
not even that cool.
There was like
they had like 8
like a
physical pods, cockpits that you could
and it's a
sit in,
sliding door on it.
and then they all had TVs in them, and you role play as a mech bot,
You
a
roll,
fighting
you LARP
mech.
around as a mech.
Yep. And you basically it's just a deathmatch game.
Okay.
It's like really out of date though.
It's really out of date. I mean, it's fun. I
It was,
like
I
the
had
idea.
fun. It was too expensive.
It was way too expensive.
It
The
should have
only-
been at half that.
It wasn't
whatever
even
it was. I
like
can't
Try
remember.
that
to-
immersive. It wasn't
They're trying
even
to
like
get you
really immersive or anything. It was just a different control. It was just like a
Yeah, it was just like a plain
Yeah, like
joystick.
What was the other game? We played that runner game that was like racer. It was like a racing game, but it was like Mirror's Edge style running.
Oh,
yeah.
free running. That's
the
what
indie game that they were
Yeah.
promoting here. I can't remember what that.
And we were the first people who played 4 at a time on his thing. He
Yeah.
felt
Oh, yeah.
really proud about it.
Mhm.
And then Jake and I played that shmup where we played as fishies.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We played with this fish.
Cool.
They were pretty cool fish.
They're pretty cool fish. I was like a dolphin or something. I don't even remember.
We used the HTC Vive there. That was really fun.
Oh
Yeah, we
my
did.
god,
That was super cool.
Did you ever try that out, Jake, when we were there?
No.
Oh man, it was really, really fun.
Oh yeah, we didn't.
We
were
need
only
to-
there one day.
They need to make an equilibrium game with those, with the two. Because
Oh,
we
yeah.
played one where you're shooting like little robots.
little drones that come up.
Yeah. and they need to make one with equilibrium. You're doing gun
You
katas.
just like
Yeah.
walk around, you know, look around, you know, shoot them like you were actually in the game.
It was really, really cool.
It was
like-
so cool. You could walk. You could move your hands.
I mean, yeah, you could.
No, but I
you know?
I remember the coolest move. I like turned my head, I saw a robot, and he shot at me, and I just did a cool lean back and shot him.
Yeah.
I just want like a
And then I got
trash
killed
can
really bad.
simulator.
a trash
Where
can.
you like go
simulator.
up and you lift up the garbage and put it in the back of the thing.
That'd be really
The
cool.
trash
I bet something like
man.
that.
And then you
Yeah.
have to pick up the trash if it falls out and put
That's
it back
just
in.
Danny DeVito simulator.
They have a virtual reality IKEA simulator. Where
That's
you just,
awesome.
You go in on IKEA.
You going to IKEA?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do they have the part like after you select what furniture you want, and then you go into like the big warehouse area, and then you have to take it off the like shelves yourself?
I don't know.
I bet.
I didn't play.
There's a.
I hope that
Did
gets
you ever see there's a vine of a guy with his girlfriend at IKEA, and he keeps making puns out of the weird like Finnish
Oh, yeah.
names on them, or Swedish or whatever it is.
Do they have Swedish meatballs? Do they have the cafeteria there with the Swedish meatballs?
Probably, yeah.
Virtual meat.
Wait, another question.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have the little like kiosks in the middle of Like just in random spots where you get like those weird like cookies and.
Yeah,
Probably.
Swedish
I've never actually been to an IKEA.
We should all go to an IKEA.
You should go to IKEA and
I don't
assemble
buy
a,
anything.
go to IKEA and assemble a gym mat.
Let's go to IKEA right now.
All right.
There's very little
I'm
meat.
leaving. See you
Go to
guys.
IKEA. I'm actually getting some more now.
All right.
Like
There's very little meat in these gym mats.
Wow, that was a crazy
Some
experience.
Have you seen that Simpsons episode where they have grade F meat, and then they're putting the gym mats in a meat grinder to suck out all
Oh, yeah.
the meat in them?
Was that the one where they got snowed in?
yeah.
I do not remember.
If you think about it, that almost makes
The
sense.
Cloud King?
If you consider skin cells.
No, it's not the Plow King one. I think snowed in. I always think of Homer the Heretic. That's one of my favorite episodes. Where he stays at home and he just does all his shenanigans.
Is he a heretic?
Well, he doesn't go to church, yeah.
Same.
He has he makes Homer's patented out of this or space age or out of this world moon waffles, and it's waffle batter, marshmallows, caramels, and liquid smoke, and so much of it packed into a waffle iron. He presses it together, and then he takes the whole thing and wraps it around a stick of butter that's on a stick and eats it.
Is liquid smoke a thing?
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is. But I don't like it at all.
How does that? What is
Flavoring.
that?
It's for flavoring reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What-
it's
is
Do you know what
existing
smoke
smoke.
is? Like in terms of like
A fire?
cooking?
Yeah.
Like when
You
when
can use it in
smoke
cooking,
meats,
like you can smoke
like
meats
smoked
or
ribs and stuff like that.
smoked hams.
Cause
you
just
probably
smoke.
have.
Just
Yeah,
Just smoke
just
from like wood.
It's pretty much like
Yeah. That's
like
all it is. It's just a way of cooking.
condensated smoke. I think is what they do. They actually just like take smoke, they put a hood over
And
it.
they put it in a
I didn't
can.
know that.
Yeah, like
It's the best thing since sliced bread.
It's not great at all. I
They
don't
have
like,
it.
I don't like
Sliced
smoked flavor.
bread.
I don't like smoked cheeses. I just
Wait.
I don't like
Go
smoked
to-
If they have liquid smoke, could you freeze the liquid smoke?
Yeah, you could
Probably
freeze
if
it.
it's
So like
liquid.
you
Yeah,
have
it's liquid.
smoke ice cubes.
It's pretty much just like
Probably-
smoke and
probably
water.
awful.
Smoke's just and water. They probably
I
do
mean,
other
there
things to
are
preserve it.
there are ice cubes that are like stone made out of stone or something like that. You can buy,
Yeah.
and
For
they're
whiskey?
like permanent. Yeah, they're whiskey
Oh
ones.
yeah, I know what you're
whiskey
talking about.
stones.
Where you just make them cold and you put them in your drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you drink whiskey on the rocks?
Isn't that the only way you should drink
You
whiskey?
should never drink anything on the rocks
Why?
because that muddles the flavor.
Yeah, it dilutes it.
Yeah,
Gotta
I
use
don't
your
know- I don't-
whiskey
I don't-
stones.
I don't understand why anyone would want anything on the rocks, especially if it's. Why would you put ice in with your really expensive liquor?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Maybe you're
To
a
make it
pussy.
cold.
Just chill the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
You might not even want it cold. What if you're drinking sake? What if you had sake with ice in it?
If people didn't want it, why would it be a thing?
Because
People want it, but
people-
it doesn't mean that
people
it's a
don't
good
know what
thing.
they want, John. People don't know what
Well,
they want.
they're already drinking
They
poison,
make
so
them.
what's the difference?
Well, Hitler bought a bunch of gas chambers. That doesn't mean everyone wants gas chambers. It just means that shitty people
I didn't
want
say
gas
everyone
chambers.
wanted it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Hitler bought gas chambers, though.
Because I was just
No,
told,
he didn't.
I was just
No,
told
but
like
honestly-
a week ago, someone just said, yeah, the only way you should drink whiskey is on the rocks. And then you're saying, never drink whiskey on the rocks. So I don't know what I should do.
I don't think you. Well, I don't know if it's just whiskey for me. I just think you shouldn't drink any alcohol on the rocks. I feel like
Because it dilutes it.
it dilutes it. Yeah.
Well, no.
I mean,
What I was
that's the
gonna
point.
say.
To get more volume
Uh-huh.
and not too much alcohol.
Then just dilute the whiskey. Then why don't they just have the whiskey more?
Because I want it
diluted?
cold too.
It's aesthetically pleasing. to
'Cause
have
How
ice.
is it aesthetic?
You have interesting angles with the ice.
It's not like you're shooting a reshoot of dry
It's
with your
a
whiskey.
3
then
for
you're
1.
just-
It dilutes it,
Somebody
it
did
cools
that,
it, and it looks cool.
What about the
And it sounds cool.
The-
It's like on the rock.
On the
Whiskey
rocks
on
is
the rocks,
interesting.
yeah.
Like
nighttime gentleman by a fire
Sounds
aesthetic?
cool.
You have a pipe in your mouth. You have your scotch with ice in it in your.
you would never
glass.
have scotch with ice in it.
Ice? No.
I can kind of understand whiskey with ice in it. I can never understand scotch with ice in it.
No,
I've
but-
seen it.
You know what's even more gentlemanly?
You've seen it. Where have you
Whiskey
seen that?
Stone.
in movies.
Whiskey stones with
Whiskey
scotch.
Stones are
Kidney
even
stones.
more
Do you
gentlemanly.
push Whitney?
No,
Did you? I was gonna say Whitney Houston.
I almost
Whitney
forgot what I was
Houston.
gonna
It's
say.
Whitney
but-
Stones.
No, because
but-
I was gonna say, do you push whiskey stones out of your penis? Like,
Yeah.
do you push
Every
Whitney
day.
Houston out of your penis?
It hurts
Every day.
It hurts. a
John,
lot.
did you know that Whitney Houston's debut album, simply titled Whitney Houston, had 4 #1 singles on it? Did you know that, Christy?
Is that true?
Yes.
What's that from?
Yes, Joanne, I did know that.
I'm gonna give you a few seconds. You'll figure it out.
I don't know.
Did you know that, Christy? Christy, look at the camera.
What?
I want you to clean your vagina.
What? What? I don't know what this
Oh.
He's got it now. Yeah, here he goes.
I haven't
that's
seen this. I don't get
disgusting.
this reference.
You got it though, right?
I don't get this reference.
You've never seen that movie?
No, I've never seen it.
Brad, have you seen that movie?
No.
It's a good movie.
No, I like this is like totally out of topic now, but who wouldn't want a gas chamber?
What are some other quotes from that movie?
Look at that subtle off-white coloring, the tasteful thickness of it. Oh my god.
The color. Something called it bone.
What is this?
No, you fucked it
I
up.
don't know, Jay.
What does he
We
say?
don't watch
He
movies,
says-
we don't know.
I'm
says-
sorry, I don't have
the guy
an
says,
encyclopedic
"Good."
knowledge of quotes.
I know I have an encyclopedic knowledge of quotes, but only American Psycho quotes. It's he says good coloring. That's bone.
Oh.
Lettering is something called Cillian rail.
Are you sure it's Cillian Braille?
It's Cillian rail.
Okay.
It's very cool, Bateman. That's nothing. That is. It's just a way shittier card. It's so much worse.
Don't wanna be an American Psycho. Kill
Oh,
all my
that's from
business
American
friends
Psycho?
and my whole
Paul Allen was
Also,
not
the
his friend.
American Psycho.
I watched that movie, but I
Acquaintance.
forgot what it is.
Jared Leto died as Paul Allen and Rose as the Joker.
Go watch American Psycho.
Go watch Suicide Squad when it comes out. We're gonna chill out for that. I want to see it though. I want a midnight premiere of that movie. The last movie I ever midnight premiered was The Purge.
That's a bad idea.
You know, and it wasn't, and I got dragged along to it. I didn't even want to see the movie, but
Wow.
I hate the Purge movie so much.
what's wrong with that? It was
Purge.
all right.
It's kind of dumb. Like,
I thought they could have done way more with the premise they
Yeah.
were given, but you know, I
The main
think
thing is they wasted the premise.
Like maybe I'm just not as shitty of a person, but if they took away every law, I wouldn't want to go out and kill people.
I'd want to go out and steal things.
I would
There's a lot of
illegally,
people
I would,
who
I would download a car.
I would steal the shit out of everything. I'd just
Yeah.
like go fucking looting, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't kill anyone.
People would probably kill you. That's the thing. I wouldn't even want to try and commit crime. I would just be scared shitless of getting
Because people
murdered
are-
myself.
There would just be
Exactly.
people, you know, that would
There'd
go
just
around
be
and kill people just
murder
because they
gangs,
can,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess there'd be some.
Would you guys want to wait out the purge together? I don't know.
I
I'd do
want to
that.
wait out the Purge. I'd take advantage of it.
What would you do?
I'd go to Walmart and steal TV and computer or something.
I'd steal TV and
I'd steal
computer.
I'd steal computer.
Wait, what's the reason that the purge exists? Again.
Supposedly, it's like it's
Apparently,
like
people just like get pent up anger and frustration over the course of a year, and the Purge is
It's a
supposed to
release.
just let them release so that the overall effect is that there's not a lot of murders.
So yeah, the whole thing is
And there's
that
not a lot of crime.
the crime rate is insanely low and unemployment's
Yeah.
insanely low. It's like less than 1%.
That doesn't
But
make
people
Make them
say
more
that
happy,
the that's what the outward thing about
That
the
doesn't
purge is.
make
But it's
any
been
sense to
speculated
me.
that the reason that everything's so
No.
utopian after the purge is because it's actually a bunch of low class homeless people killing each other,
Yeah.
and that just purges the lower class and leaves the upper and middle classes.
That movie would have been better if they didn't use the premise to just make another generic-looking
Home
horror
invasion
movie.
thing
Yeah.
makes sense, but
I think
the
it
main
would-
villain could
I
have
think
been
it
1,000
mostly
times
just be
better.
pedophiles that would do shit.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
pedophiles and
that'd be
rapists
nasty.
Would just be everywhere.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I mean, there'd be rape gangs.
I think there'd be
Yeah.
way more rape
Tasha
gangs
Yar
than
got
murder
attacked by
gangs.
rape gangs.
More people
right?
would be raped than murdered.
You know
than
Tasha Yar?
anything.
Yeah.
So
Probably.
wait, here's the thing. If you abduct a child during the purge, do you have to give it back after the purge is over?
Well, if you still have the child, you're still holding someone in captivity, which is a crime. So yeah.
So yes. So you can only abduct and rape that child.
I remember and
During
in
the
the
Purge.
Purge 3, they actually talk about how there are tourists that come over, like they're calling them murder tourists. So they go to America to kill people. That's just twisted though. Like I like that it seems. I mean that's kind of the whole thing is that it's like that utopianness of society is just a facade to the fact that there's one night where it's literally anarchy of just fucked up torture and bloodshed, and the rich people run like homeless coliseums.
Mm.
That's
Did you know they used to flood the Coliseum with water and then have mock
Yeah.
naval battles in it?
Yeah, I
know that.
I did
heard
know
about
that.
Yep.
It's cool.
That's cool.
Fun little
Sick.
trivia fact.
Yeah.
Supposedly Emperor Claudius pardoned some gladiators after they did a very particularly strong battle performance.
That's.
Oh.
I think that's all the reason like someone want to do it is because, you know.
They're not doing it by choice at
Yeah,
They're
all.
forced to, Jake.
Like that's why you try hard at it, dude.
That's why you throw the Christians at the lions.
That's why I throw the Christians at the lions.
Or you just throw the lions at the Christians?
No, I
Do you take
lions
members of the Lions?
Lions are so heavy. I can't pick those things up. Like,
What about the Lions Club? What even is that thing? Do you guys ever see that?
like
I know what the Lions Club is.
they hated Christians. So
I think it's a secret society
they won't
that
give
just
them
doesn't
food.
care about being secret.
They'd be so skinny and light. You can just pick them up and like nothing. Tigers would be fat because they'd be eating Christians all day.
Yeah.
You guys want to start a secret society?
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Let's
The
call it
problem
the
is
Blue
like
Man.
we'd have to, because if you want a secret society, you need to have power over something, whether it's the whole world or a country or like a lemonade stand. You need to have power.
I like lemonade.
What could we establish power over?
Belly button rings.
Belly button ring.
Corner the
Start
belly button ring market.
Yeah.
All right.
Policing
Yeah.
people who wear.
And
belly
then
button
me and John will greet each other. We'll do the standard handshake of our secret society. Belly button, and you show each other your belly button.
Yeah. You stick your finger right in their belly button and go.
No, John goes like this.
Who's a cute little boy? I like your belly button.
Just do like Michael Winslow sound effects.
Oh, what the fuck? You got a bunch of lint in there. Jesus Christ.
That's where I
We're
started.
the belly button
Clean
ring
it-
secret society.
clean it out,
Clean
or
out
else
your
you're
belly button.
That's where you put. That's where
Executed.
you hand
a standard to
your,
uphold.
your keychains off. You hang your keys off of that. And then when you have to start your car, you just go like this, and then you
Like that.
drive like that,
Just like
Right.
that.
Just like that. That's the motion.
I have no idea what we can control over. We could start a whole new market. Prosthetic umbilical cords.
Put your umbilical cord back on.
Yep.
It's
It'll
a
be
fashion
a prosthetic.
accessory. It just dangles.
People just have
Umbilical
veiny ropes
prosthetic.
hanging out of the bottom of their shirts. What would you call it? What would be the slang term for that? A prosthetic umbilical cord. An umbo?
Belly tails.
Belly tails. There you go. And then it's a sick
Tummy
belly tail. you
tails
got
because of
going on there.
alliteration. Tummy tails.
Could you get more than one umbilical cord?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you can get
As
a
many
couple,
as you
right?
can fit in your belly button.
And then when you're doing your Predator cosplay, if you want to get the Predator dreads, you hang the umbilical
Umbilical
cords
cords.
on your hair.
Yeah, your head.
They
Sounds
have
like
like
something a crazy
these-
person would do.
You can
It
get
is.
like a braided umbilical cord.
Just, I can imagine some homeless man that sneaks into hospitals.
Okay,
He sneaks
no.
into hospital trash bins and gets the umbilical cords and just like
Yeah.
staples them to
Do
his
they
scalp.
throw out the
They
umbilical
have,
cord?
I think so. Well, maybe they burn it or something. Incinerate it.
They
They
just
have-
burn it?
Well,
Set it
hospitals
up.
have incineration.
Well,
They
no,
have
but like...
Teflon umbilical cords and they're made out of Teflon.
Well, no, because you have the afterbirth, which is the placenta.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
what about the umbilical cord? I know you cut it, but does it...
They grind it up into meat and
ship it off
There's
the hot
very
dog.
little meat in these umbilical
Hot dog
cords.
markets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just grind it
Umbilical
up.
cord, umbilical cord. Cures a headache and skin cancer. Like,
That's racist.
it's accurate.
I'm calling the
It kind of
police.
is accurate, to be honest.
What if it was illegal to?
I
be
mean, they
racist?
sell powdered rhino horn as an aphrodisiac because they're that stupid.
Some
so-
people eat their placenta.
I know, yeah, it's like a ritual.
Yeah, dude.
It's a ritual.
Yeah.
See, look, we
a
circled back to
ritual.
placentas.
What?
I said something about placentas
It's
earlier.
probably some like festival of
Circle back
sowing
to it.
sort of shit.
Isn't that cannibalism?
What?
If you eat your own placenta, that's
No.
auto cannibalism.
It's
Yeah,
no
well, that's what you're
cannibalism
doing
is when you
constantly.
eat someone else without their consent.
But there's auto cannibalism,
Which,
which is eating yourself.
Yeah, but only if it was without your consent.
but you're doing it.
What if you
constantly.
break
If you
your
don't
own finger
consent to
off?
eating your own placenta.
Which
You're
you can't
testing
even
your
do
own stem
apparently.
cells.
Bite your own finger off.
Supposedly,
Oh yeah,
supposedly
your
that's
brain stops
complete-
you. From
that's supposedly it's just as easy as biting a carrot, which I think is bullshit. Because how do you bite through the bone?
Bone,
a
like
carrot?
imagine biting through a bone.
Well, you just
I can't-
separate. You
Well,
just
it's
separate the joint.
it's a tiny bone. No, you have to bite through it like right here.
No, I don't think that's what they mean when they say that. I think
I-
they mean separating the joint.
Do you think they mean like biting in here? I think they mean biting your finger off like, hum.
I don't think they mean biting through the bone because that's harder than carrot.
Yeah, dude. Because have you ever tried to bite through? a
Well,
chicken
maybe
bone?
not because I
haven't
mean
either,
it's
but
a
it's
tiny
really
bone.
hard.
It's really small. Again, we think it's big. I mean, the bigger I think it's a little bigger. I don't know because when you think of a bone, we think of like our femur. We think of something big and thick because it's a stereotypical bone.
Here, Jake, bite my pinky off.
Okay.
No, don't do that. I want to keep it. I'm gonna keep
I
it
wasn't
for now.
actually going to. I was just gonna give you a little nibble.
Oh, you pussy.
Yeah.
Just gonna give you a little nibble. I'm gonna kiss you. I'm I'm gonna dip you into that.
Ali's gonna nibble it, then I was gonna give a kiss and a lip.
What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of I dip Duncan into the beef broth, and I give him a little lick on his head.
Yeah.
It's the Piper's.
What's that from?
That's Tim and Eric, the Piper's body surfer thing.
Oh yeah.
Tim and
That's when we stumbled across that beach whore.
Did you know that?
Yeah, back in those days, I was a bit of a beach whore, more of a beach slut actually. Didn't get paid or anything.
Did you know that Tim and Eric started the whole Shrek meme?
Really? No, yeah, you told me about this.
Yeah, because at Shrek 2, they decided it'd be funny if they went and promoted the movie Shrek 2 for no reason.
Like
And acted like they genuinely were excited, you know?
give it like lauded to
So-
an insane degree. Yeah.
Yep, so they went around on the internet and stuff and said, Shrek 2 is awesome. I'm so excited and shit. And then they went to the premiere of Shrek 2. And there's a video of them coming out with like Shrek ears on their heads. And they're like, yeah, dude, it's a masterpiece. 10 out of 10 easily. I would be really surprised if it doesn't get nominated for Best Picture at the Oscars this year. Stuff like that. And then 4chan picked up on that.
And so wait, so Shrek is love, Shrek is life comes from that?
That comes from 4chan. That green text where Shrek comes into a little kid's room and
I
rapes
know
him.
I know what that is, but so the
4chan
Tim and
was
Eric.
coming off of what Tim and Eric did.
Oh, okay. And
Unfortunately,
then he
they're
just
making their own stuff.
mangled it into this sick,
And
disgusting
then from
mess.
4chan, Reddit picked up on it, and then 9gag and Funny Junk and all the meme senders.
All the meme
Picked up on it.
centers.
And now it's just that stupid SpongeBob picture that just resonates throughout time.
I hate that picture so much.
Have there ever been like Facebook solely generated memes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
Facebook is like a
Burger
meme
Time.
center right now.
No, but like it's more of a place for sharing the memes than actually generating them. The only one I can think of off the top of my head, there's two I can think of. One is the duck or the goose on fire.
yeah.
The other one is the how would a dog wear pants thing.
It's Tuesday, you
Oh.
fat
Remember
nasty
that? That
fat.
was the stupidest thing in
Yeah.
the world.
There's also Damn Daniel started on Facebook. It's a Facebook video.
I thought it was a Vine thing.
No, was it a Vine thing?
Pretty
I
sure
think
it
it
was a
was,
Vine
yeah.
thing.
It was.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Vine has its own meme category.
Yeah,
Vine's
but
gay.
they're like normie memes, so.
Get out with that normie.
Normie memes are terrible. All of
Yeah,
them.
dude.
All of them.
Yeah, you.
Normies
Every
are-
single normie meme.
No,
Dan
because you
Daniel
like it when a
back in the
normie
day
meme
with
gets
the
made
plastic
fun
dick.
of.
Yeah.
Therefore, turns
That's
into
not
a
the
meme.
normie meme. That's making fun of the normie.
Yeah, but it's essentially the normie meme just modified. That's all it is.
No.
So it is a normie meme.
No, it's
just a
making
variant
fun of the normie
of
meme. It's ironic. That's an ironic meme.
All memes are fucking ironic.
No.
They're just making
Not
fun
exactly.
of stupid.
Not all memes are ironic.
They're all making
John
fun of
knows-
stupid
John knows
pop
about
culture
this, Grant.
bullshit.
Grant, I have like over 200
You know how many-
meme pages on Facebook. I would know my meme.
You got almost kicked off of Facebook for liking too many memes.
Facebook banned me from liking things for like 2 days because I was liking like 30 meme pages a day.
My favorite one I saw on
Stop
Facebook.
liking
It was the
things.
perfect combination. It was lime memes. John likes lime memes. Right below it was John likes definitely not lemon memes. It was so stupid. I love all those core pages though. I think just like hearing
Oh,
their
the Star Wars.
just their
Yeah.
titles alone are hilarious because they take the most obscure things
Yeah.
from the movie.
Lego Star Wars 2 core is the best core page.
The blue R2D2 core. I mean, no, the red one. The red
Yeah.
R2D2 core.
You mean R4?
Yeah. I know.
And then he gets his head ripped off, and then he gets a gold head.
Really?
Yeah, that's what happens.
That's
That
sick,
happens
dude.
in the movies?
Happens in the movie.
Does that happen
Wait,
in
no,
real life?
I'm fucking it up. When does he get his head ripped off? He gets his head ripped up in Star Wars 3. And he gets to replace it with a gold head. Later in the movie, you see.
Oh.
Does that happen in real
Oh yeah,
life?
he gets
The buzz droids are
the
cool.
buzz. Yeah.
The buzz droids is one of the most sinister things that Star Wars ever came up with. It's twisted. The idea that it's like a little droid that just tears through your ship while you're piloting it.
I think Ewoks are pretty sinister.
How? They're teddy bears.
They were gonna eat them when they caught them in the net. I mean, they look cute, so
They weren't gonna eat them. They were just
They-
gonna
they
sacrifice them.
they look cute to lure humans to them and other intelligent species to be like, oh, you're so cute, and right when they drop their guard, they stab them right
Then
through
why
the
did
skull with a
Wicket? Why
spear.
did that one Ewok Wicket not just murder Princess Leia while she was sleeping?
Because he was an idiot.
Because he wanted to fuck it.
He was the dumb one. Wicket's the dumb one.
I still know like the chief is Chief Trippa, then there's Tebow. That's one of them.
They have names.
Yes, because I used to have one of those Star Wars. Wait, hold on. It might actually the book might.
Chupa
You're
be-
gonna go get your Star Wars encyclopedia.
They got Chupa Chup.
Yes, I do have the Star Wars encyclopedia.
You just have it on hand in your kitchen.
It's actually the complete visual dictionary, and it's torn up.
Well,
Let's see, the Ewoks' names. Ah, yes, here we are. To consult the guidebook.
Did you guys know that in
So we
in
have
past life
Wicked
Thomas
W.
Ewok?
Warwick, which we know is named after Warwick Davis, the guy who played him.
Warwick.
We got Tebow, there's Chief Chirpa, and there's Logray.
oh,
Okay.
Look at him, this thing is so stupid.
Star Wars sucks.
Hey, fuck you.
I hate it.
Also, fuck you. Kit Fisto, best Jedi ever, then he gets chumped by spinning Palpatine.
Yeah.
Ah! I love that noise he makes. You can see the clone specialists. They literally took that image directly from Star Wars Republic Commando, the video game.
Really?
Yeah. It's so. Oh, look, ARC Troopers. Look at these cool guys.
Wow, look at all those cool
This
guys.
is what I was into when I was a kid. I still like Star Wars, but like this is what gave me my encyclopedic knowledge by repeatedly reading through this book.
I was into like.
Try and
Rocks.
quiz me on something random in this book. See if I can do it. And it can't be super obscure. It has to be like. It can't be like a line of text in that book.
I don't know. I'll look for something. You guys
All right.
get a conversation starter going.
I don't know. Give me conversations.
What celebrity do you want to hang out with for a
Oh yeah, we were
a
talking
weekend?
about this.
Which do you think would be the most fun?
Robert Downey Jr.
That would be fun.
I don't know. He's kind of an old man now.
He's pretty cool. Still.
How about?
The guy who invented Snapchat,
Who's that?
Evan something.
Oh.
I don't know.
Evan Peters?
He's super rich and he's young. He might be a cool guy.
Who's Evan Peters?
I don't know.
I think that's a superhero guy.
I don't
Is that Captain America?
I know that's Steve Rogers.
Oh. Who's Evan
Steve
Peters?
Rogers. What? I don't know.
Somebody's Evan Peters.
I don't know.
John, we don't know.
Brad, who's Evan Peters?
You know, he exists somewhere in the world.
All right, Grant. What
What?
is the name of? Oh wait, no, that's not the name. Yeah, the name of the species of the three-horned guy
Can you give me a
in
little
episode 2.
Is
The-
the
in the
rhino
Coliseum.
that
The
attacks
rhino-looking
Anakin?
guy. Yeah.
That's Reek.
Okay.
Reek. I'm good. Reek. Loyal Reek.
What's the cat one called?
Nexu.
Damn.
I'm not even looking at the damn book.
Yeah,
And the other one's
it's
Acklay.
pretty good. Yep.
The Reek comes from a moon, and they eat a vegetarian-only diet. The Nexu have eyes that can see thermal vision, so they're basically predators. That just seeing you flip through that stupid shit in that book. It's so dumb. I love it. You didn't give an answer. What'd you say, Jake? Who'd you hang out with?
Aaron Carter.
Carter.
When Aaron
Which
Carter,
one's that?
The boy band guy.
he came out of the blue, and then
No,
he
he
started
was-
beating up Shaquille O'Neal, and then they both got flat by the Batmobile.
Oh, yeah.
Then Ford can make it back to the Batcave. Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave, took an AK-47 out from his set, flew Batman away with a rat tat, and he ran out of bullets and ran away because Optimus Prime came to save the day.
Can we stop this?
Stop it!
Well,
Above
sir,
the destiny.
You're good, bad guys, and explosions. As far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be.
It's Mr. Rogers. It's Mr. Rogers.
No,
Mr. Rogers in a blood-stained sweater,
It's
John.
the kid with the ice cream cone because Mr. Rogers immolates himself.
Oh, yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Jake,
And get off the grain and get off the
I don't
way and money,
think
money,
you
money,
guys
Holy Grail, Black
understand
Knight,
how
and
cringy
Benito
that
Mussolini.
is.
it's really cringy.
John, did you?
And Benito Mussolini, and Blue
It's
Beanie, and
insanely
Cowboy
cringy.
Curse, and John B. the Genie, Robocop, Terminator, Captain Kirk, Darth Vader, Lopan, Superman, Everything on Power Ranger, Bill S. Preston, Theodore, Logan, Spock, The Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan.
That's my favorite part.
All came out of nowhere, lightning fast, and they kicked Shark Doors. This cowboy ass was the bloodiest battle that world ever saw with civilians fighting on a total law.
Spock, the Rock, Doc Ock, and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, it's a great rhyme.
Okay.
2 of those people are dead.
What's the name of the stronghold of the intergalactic banking clan?
Shit.
It's a frigid world covered in crystallized glaciers.
Oh, fuck.
Palpatine dispatches a group of Coruscant-trained members of the 501st Legion to supplement the snow armor-clad galactic.
It's not
army.
Megiddo, is it?
It is.
Yeah, awesome.
There you go.
Sand Hill. Sand Hill is the leader of the intergalactic banking clan, and they use Hellfire droids.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I mean, I've seen
So obscure.
I've seen all the movies, but Star Wars has
There's
an amazingly immense
lore,
expanded universe that all got retconned.
Yeah.
Pretty
This
much
is
all.
an extended universe though. Did I ever tell you about the time when Emperor Palpatine decided, okay, we're gonna explore galaxies outside our own? You know what he did? He took 5 Star Destroyers and basically stuck them together in a circle like this,
I heard about
and
that.
then just that was his thing.
That works.
That was an actual thing. I forget what he called it.
What do you think? One of the most crazy expanded
We call it
universe
starring.
elements.
The Yuzan Vong are pretty crazy.
What's that?
The Yuzan Vong are like they're biomancers, so their technology is a combination of like what are you looking at?
This fucking guy. What's his name? Cymerthian Mantilla. What the fuck is his name? Cymerthian Mantilla.
And look, there's a human colored Twi'lek.
Apparently, he's hiding a secret recording device.
Look.
Oh, boobs.
No, he's human colored. They're all like blue and shit.
What were you talking about?
No, so the Yuzan Vong are they're like this super threat to the galaxy. There's a huge war. It's even more destructive than any of the wars before it. They use a combination of like living organisms and machinery. It's mostly living organisms to fight. So they have these things called world ships that are like basically the size of the Death Star, and they have hundreds of these damn things. And it's like they're so powerful and they're so crazy. The Yuzan Vong are pretty crazy. A lot of cool super weapons came out of the expanded universe. One of my favorite is World Devastators, and they're basically giant floating fortresses, and they have super powerful tractor beams on them, and they go over planets and they rip the planets up, and then they take the raw materials and they have factories inside these things to basically add on to it.
Kind of like the thing in Spaceballs.
Or you could
Instead
say
of stealing just the air, they steal everything.
And there's a Star Trek episode where there's a robot that does literally the same exact thing.
Oh.
So they just stole it from that. Commodore, what was his name? Commodore Matt Decker commanded the USS Constellation that day.
Decker?
That's his name. Commodore Matt Decker.
Do you know what Decker is?
No, I don't know what Decker is.
Decker.
It's Tim Heidecker's newest show on Adult Swim. It's this like incredibly crappy show that's trying to be some what's it come off of? It's like a 24 show, you know, where it's
like
I gotta save the president.
Isn't that? Didn't they already do that? That was the NTSF.
NTSFSD SUV.
Jesus Christ!
I can't remember. I can't believe
that has Captain Janeway in it, right?
I think so.
In Voyager, yeah.
NTFSS. No, damn it.
NTSFSD.
NTSFSD SUV.
It's nationalism. It's like National Terrorism Strike Force San Diego Sports Utility Vehicle, right?
The thing I really like about Tim Heidecker is, especially with Decker, whenever he does an interview, he's in character as Decker, and Decker is just this arrogant idiot. That tries
have you
to be
ever
all
seen?
political.
There's one. Is it Tim Heidecker or Wareheim where they do a thing? I think it's Tim Heidecker where it's him and this other guy. Like review movies.
Yeah, Greg.
There's one where they're talking about Star Trek, and there's one where the guy
that's what it's called.
He's talking about Star Trek 4,
yeah.
the one with the whales, and the guy tries to tell him that it's not Star Trek 4, it's actually Star Trek 2.
Oh, yeah?
So he takes out a novel, and he says that, and so he pulls out, okay, I'm going to take out a novelization of Star Trek 4.
Yep.
And he starts reading and describing scenes in it to prove it, and he says, no. You see, here, give me that for a second. He said, this isn't a novelization of Star Trek 4. This is a collection of the first 4 Star Trek movies. So he says, see, you're reading from like the very first pages, right? Yeah, that's where Star Trek 2 is. If you read later, that's where Star Trek 4 is. And he's just giving them all this shit. It is so funny.
On cinema at the cinema.
I like how there's lately there's a bunch of stuff about his son Tom Cruise Jr. who died because he didn't want to give him actual medical help. He
just kept giving
him medicine.
Alternative medicine.
And he kept saying, "Well, I guess they did all they could. There's nothing else that could have been done." So.
Have you ever seen the thing where it's God, what's the guy? Who's the guy? Ben Stiller.
Oh.
Ben Stiller. It's like a comedy thing with Ben Stiller. Is
Night at the Museum.
Tom Cruise's stunt double in Mission Impossible 2. And there's a scene where they're talking about a scene at the end of Mission Impossible 2 where it's Ethan Hunt and the main villain. They ride off motorcycles off these two opposing ramps, and they like jump in the air at each other and shit. You kind of understand what I'm going at?
Yeah.
And then, Ben Stiller was saying, okay, we should shoot the scene like this. They're going after each other, and then you should just freeze it. And then Tom will turn to the camera and say, this mission just got a hell of a lot more impossibler. And then you run the scene. I always like that line.
Is that from Zoolander?
No, it was like during the MTV Music Awards. Or Video Awards, I don't know, dude.
I don't like that. I don't like that award show.
What's wrong with that?
It's trashy.
I'm trashy.
The MTV Music Video Awards is really trashy.
What's trashier, the MTV Video Music Awards or the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards? Hey John, you want to get slimed?
Yeah, because like,
Dude, you want to go to the bar later and get totally slimed?
Dude,
you know what they say? No one knows good quality stuff like kids. They just know what's the best. They just have the best
MTV is
opinion.
more trashy than
What?
Yeah. I mean, it's just the Nickelodeon. What's it called?
I don't know.
Like the Kids' Choice Awards.
Kids' Choice Awards, yeah.
It's just kids being like, I like that, you know? MTV Music Awards is like, yeah, look at the newest Taylor Swift, Kanye.
Yeah, that's what
It
they
wins.
say.
Good night. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Tinder social.
That's what that's called?
That's what it's called.
The Tinder for making friends?
For friends, more like light fuck buddies.
Yeah, friends with benefits.
Fuck buddies light.
Should we all
spelled
download it?
Lite.
Let's all download it and try to find each other.
I'm gonna download it actually.
The what? What are you getting?
Tinder friends.
Tinder friends?
Grant.
What?
Known to clone troopers as the Muckracker, the blank droid is deployed on marshy worlds.
I don't know what
such
it's
as
called,
Utapau.
but it's a big grab-shaped thing and it has vacuum suckers. But I know next to it on that same page there's a droid called an Octopura droid that has viruses in its head. They call the virus droid, I think. Or am I getting that totally wrong? I do not remember what that droid was called. I know the Muckraker one though. It's in the episode 3 game on PS2.
It's really easy.
Well, let me see.
It's called the crab droid.
Okay. Where's the Octopura droid?
I don't know.
Is that on the next page? I know it's here. I know it's here. I know this book basically memorized.
Has anyone seen Finding Dory?
No, I have not
I've
yet.
seen it. It was
Yeah. Is it okay? Was it better?
I
than
want
the
to
first
see
one?
it. I just don't.
no,
It wasn't.
no.
Where is
It
it?
was okay. It was kind of annoying. To
It
watch.
should be like
Did
right
they find
here.
Dory?
They always knew the thing about the movie.
Yeah.
Does anybody care about spoilers? For
Yes, I do.
I do.
Actually, don't spoil it.
Don't spoil
Okay.
it.
I'm not
Sorry.
going
Way to just destroy your thunder, but
But like,
there it is. There's the Octopura droid.
It's pretty dumb.
Oh, that's what that's called.
It's called the virus droid. That's filled with like noxious chemicals.
Isn't
and
this a medical droid?
No.
What?
That is the exact opposite of a medical droid.
Oh,
It kills
okay.
stormtroopers.
But I thought there was a medical droid that looked like that.
Let's see what I can find.
But
What about Finding Dory?
nothing. We can't talk about it because nobody's seen it except Jake.
I've seen it. But
Oh, you have?
I've seen
yeah,
it.
I've seen it.
What do you think of it?
That one?
I mean, I sort of
Oh,
liked
yeah.
it. It was like, another bittersweet Pixar movie, I think.
That was one of my favorite scenes in that movie because how twisted it was. Him getting operated on.
What?
In episode 3. The only thing I didn't like about that scene was.
Oh,
It wasn't as good as the original, obviously, but...
Oh, guys.
Did you ever play the episode 3 game on PS2? I have it over there.
I
no,
have
but
it.
I had it on.
That has a
I had it on
really.
Game Boy.
That has an interesting. I did too.
Yeah.
But have you ever seen the
kinda hard.
alternate ending for it?
No.
Where he kills the Emperor and he says, "No, the galaxy belongs to me."
Guys, I did
Oh,
It was an
something
interesting
kinda
alternate
dumb.
ending. I thought they could have.
Wow.
Cool way to take the movie.
I did something kind of dumb yesterday.
What'd you
It
do?
wasn't really that dumb. It's dumb, but it's like not bad dumb. It's just kind of dumb.
Hold on. Whoop. Go.
Okay, so anyway, Kyle called me and he was.
Just call him Cody.
Okay, I'll call him.
Call you doesn't say his first name.
Just say his first name.
Okay, so Cody
Kyle Cody. That's his
Cody
name.
called me and he was like, "Hey, dude, I need some volunteers for this class to get your blood drawn."
What class?
A class to get your blood
No,
drawn?
the
he's doing-
homunculus
he's
class.
Doing stuff for
Oh,
medical. He's like doing medical stuff.
Oh, he needs,
Getting
he
a
needs to
medical-
draw your blood
So he
for
needs
that
like
class?
He needs experience.
Well, it's for a test. The thing is, it's for a test to see if
Oh,
he can draw blood.
Oh, I thought it was
I
like
thought
he was
you meant-
testing your
I
blood.
thought you meant a drug test.
No, dude, no.
Jake,
No, like-
you have,
Okay,
you have
yeah.
full-blown AIDS.
Let's reset this. What were his words?
He said,
Whoa!
Hey, what are you doing today?
Yeah, that was
And I was like, I
actually.
don't know, I'm not doing anything really. He was like, hey, you want to volunteer for my class because I need to take this test where I need to draw someone's blood for it. I was like, all right, man. So then I went there, and like, so there was a whole class of people, and like they just kind of drew each other's blood. They mostly drew each other's blood, but then like the thing is if
Hold on, I gotta pause this. Grant just saw a character in Star Wars called Droopy McCool.
Droopy McCool.
Just Google him. Google Droopy McCool.
Droopy McCool.
Look at him, Jake. Look how fucked up he looks.
That looks pretty cool and droopy.
So Kyle's drawing your blood in his class.
So yeah. Anyway, so I went over there, and like it was kind of weird. So there was a whole class of people, and the teacher was there, and I was like, I'm kind of sick. I'm still like a little sick, but I was like really sick back then, yesterday.
Okay.
So
Back then.
back then,
Way back then.
way back
God,
then
I
yesterday.
remember back
So I
then.
had a really bad headache,
Like it was
and
yesterday.
I just wasn't feeling good at all. So I went in there and I had to sign a waiver, pretty much saying that if you fucked up my arm, like I can't sue the school.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said if you
And
fuck
then-
up my arm, I can't see the school.
I
Like,
can't sue the school.
see. Yeah, that's what I thought you
What
meant.
happened
Like,
next?
So then I did that and waited around for forever, and like it was weird. He like drew my blood. I have a mark right there now.
Okay.
Um,
You have a mark on your arm.
but
It's
I have a
not
mark
the
on my
heroin
arm.
mark.
We're doing the
on the
test,
left
and he
arm.
started like speaking in German, like in the middle of the test, and the teacher's like, "Wait, have it in English," because he started speaking.
Who
German.
started speaking?
Wait, who?
Cody did.
What?
I was
Why?
in German class, and it was funny.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought
Okay.
he like something twisted.
No,
Ich liebe Kapitalismus.
no, but he got perfect on the test. He drew my blood good.
Did he get
Okay.
points, extra credit for the German? Like, he just.
No, but it was weird.
That sounds
That's a
super
story?
weird.
Yeah, dude, that was
It's like
the
he
That
was-
was something dumb you did?
It's like
I thought
Cody
it
was training to be
would
a
you,
Nazi
would
scientist.
you like just let some student draw your blood?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
If
What's the
I-
risk?
If
No,
it was
'cause
if
they
it was
screw up your
Cody,
arm,
I
you
would
can't
say
do anything.
absolutely not. So I don't know why
How are
you
they gonna
said
screw
that.
I would have
Your
said no too.
There's no.
You can
risk.
hit like nerves and stuff.
I guess.
And then like
That's rare.
No, John.
No, it
I
happened
would
to
let
people in that
anybody
class.
else do it, not Cody.
Oh yeah.
He was, he
I would
actually
not
did
want
really
him
well,
to do
though.
it.
Dude, he got it perfect on the test.
Why did he need to? Did you need to bring in a friend to do this?
Nah, dude.
He
I
didn't
just
even
felt
need to
like
do
it.
that. Okay.
Oh,
But yeah, it was weird. Apparently, I have big veins though, so it's
Oh.
even easier to do it. Like, I don't know.
I just want a woman with big veins.
That also-
Vascular woman.
Thick veins.
Big, thick
THICC.
So when I went, should I talk about my trip to New York?
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
You should have done that like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, well, I wasn't there
That's true.
2 episodes ago.
1 episode ago.
I
Anyway.
wasn't there last episode.
You were. You were here while we were doing it.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't here last episode.
I lost track of our own show.
This is the first time I've been on the Snastcast since I got back.
All right.
Anyway,
What happened in New York?
everything, dude, it was great. So I lived with this family for 2 weeks, and they
Just a random.
Thought I-
You just walked up and
yeah,
hey,
dude,
can I live
just
here?
went in one of their houses. And I
Alright.
was like,
Como se dice, can I live
Let's
"Can I
here?
live here, man?" And they were like, "Sure."
You have a high enough charisma stat for that?
Yeah, I do.
You passed the charisma check.
I have like
D&D shit.
almost 100% charisma. I have like
100%. You have no stats in any other skill.
yeah, dude. I
Any
only
other
have
trait?
charisma. Why do you think I'm so weak?
So you're just an idiot and you can't move.
So if we're going
Yeah,
by
so
this,
like-
if we're going by like the Fallout thing, he has no strength. He's practically blind. He has no endurance.
Yeah.
He walks 2 feet and starts huffing and puffing. He is an absolute moron. He moves insanely slow, and he's the unluckiest person in the world.
But he's a smooth motherfucker.
Smooth.
Oh man, he is a smooth
That
guy.
sounds about right.
Alright.
That sounds about right. But then they said I had veiny arms. And
The family did? People
No,
were just
like-
commenting on your veiny
Oh
arms.
my, you have veiny arms.
no, I went.
They're like
No,
doing like
I-
gypsies reading
I
your
went
veins.
there. Yeah, I went there to meet a girl, but I stayed with her family because she still lives in her house, even though she's a year older than me.
Wow,
And then
what an
like
idiot.
I know, right, dude? No.
What?
But
Doesn't make sense.
no, her brother said I had veiny arms.
Wow.
They just thought it was.
Was this an
weird how I
older or
had
younger
veiny
brother?
arms. Younger.
Definitely
By
a
like
gypsy.
a year.
Definitely a gypsy.
Yeah, dude, they're all gypsies. They were all Dominican.
Oh, wait, then they could have been voodoo. They could have been witch doctors.
No, they weren't witch doctors.
Well, no,
either.
it's Haiti. Never mind.
They weren't witch doctors, but it was weird because like they did like all their normal stuff, but I was just kind of there too. Like there was a grad party. It was like one of like her parents' nephews like grad party, and I went there, and I just was like, well, I'm here. I'm the only white person here.
Oh, really?
I was like the only white person everywhere. I was
Dominican grad party. That sounds crazy.
No, it wasn't that
Let me see if
crazy
we
at
can
all.
find
It
the
was kind of
funniest looking
sad that
person
people
in this
played
book.
charades.
It's pronounced charades.
Hey, look, John. It's
Yeah,
the,
we
one of
call
my
it
some
charades.
death sticks guy.
Oh yeah.
Slice-mongers.
And then, but yeah, I did that. I pretty much did all the normie sightseeing shit. You know, go to the Statue of Liberty,
Statue of the Empire State
Statue
Building.
of the Empire State Building, fucking like.
Can you go in the Empire State Building?
Yeah, you can. You have to like pay money though. I didn't go
Yeah,
there.
do you not know that?
You have to pay money for it
Why is this is
because
It's
totally
your
out of
book. I don't
context.
know. I don't know why you rip your pages out of your book.
I didn't mean to.
But
Blame
and,
the 10-year-old me for doing that.
and like it was great, dude.
Did you eat a Big Apple in the Big Apple?
I didn't eat any apples when I was over there.
Why
That's
not?
when we get so
I
pissed
didn't
off
eat
at you
any
because you didn't
apples.
eat apples.
I didn't eat it. I couldn't.
We wanted
Jake,
Jake
it's
apples.
called the Big Apple.
You didn't
I
eat a
know,
single apple.
but
What
for
Did you
a
not
place
take a
called the
single
Big Apple,
bite of
they
the
don't have a lot
Are you
of apples.
serious?
They don't have a lot of apples.
That's
Dude,
what
they're
makes
known
sense.
for the
I
big
don't believe you.
apples.
I think you're just coming up with the excuses and you're afraid to eat apples. I want to see you eat an apple.
Come on.
Bring me an apple.
You want
I'll
right
eat
on
it.
air,
Bring
Jake.
me an apple and
I
I'll
don't
eat
believe
it.
you actually
I'll-
want to eat apples.
Who?
I think
Grant,
you
do you have
have
apples
I think
here?
you're lying.
If you bring me an apple, I will eat it right on this podcast. I will eat an apple on this podcast right now. I will do it.
I think you're afraid.
Did you meet Donald Trump?
No, I didn't meet Donald Trump, but
Donald Trump.
did you know that Donald Trump? He has like a bunch of buildings, and they're all named like there's like Trump Tower, you know, but there's also Trump Building. It's just called Trump Building, and like it's
did
like
not know
it's
that.
just like vague stuff like that. But they're all named something different. It's just like Trump. I wouldn't be surprised if there was like Trump Warehouse.
I wish there was I wish
just
they.
Trump House.
You know what'd be funny?
House.
There might be a Trump movie theater.
Trump House.
But yeah,
Did you see
I ate a
Animal?
lot
Yeah.
of pizza there.
I was thinking of like, what if they made a mistake? They just got so nonchalant with it that they named one of their buildings Trump insert name here. They could probably do that.
His name is Trump.
Trump.
Name it
Pizza
Trump.
good,
Trump.
Greg?
Pizza is actually really good.
Do you have
think
New
it's
York
kinda
style?
like a
Oh, yeah, I
burger.
asked you. Yeah,
It's
you-
really good and it's cheap. Like
Okay, which kind of pizza is the New York style pizza? Is that the floppy one?
it's a floppy kind.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really good. You could get like a large for I think it was like $18. Got like a large
Oh.
piece.
Oh.
It's good. Don't you think that's good? That's a good deal.
Yeah.
So what's the main difference between New York and like Minneapolis?
It's a lot bigger.
Oh yeah.
It's huge. What else? It's just more crowded. A lot of traffic. It's a lot of traffic.
Are people a-holes, sir?
People are kind of a-holes.
Yeah.
Like you can't go up to
I'm
someone and say
walking
hi.
here. I'm walking
You
here.
just hear that every 10 seconds while you're
Like-
walking up. I'm walking.
Like the stereotype where they're like kind of like angry in traffic and shit, like a bunch of beeping. That's
yeah?
really true. They
That's
beep
true.
at like everyone. They'd be like, they
Hey,
merge,
move it along.
they merge. I'm beeping at them. I'm beeping at them. They merge. Oh my god, who merges in front of me like that? I was just behind them and they merged in front of me. I'm gonna beep at them, and it's like, there's what?
Did you take a taxi?
No, I didn't take a taxi. Taxis are expensive.
Really?
I took a lot of Subway. I took the Subway. a
The
lot.
Subway's really solid. I would.
Yeah, the Subway's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I got in a really crowded Subway, and there were people begging for money and stuff.
Cool.
That's funny.
It's the name of the game.
But it
Did
was
you point at them and laugh? You
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
moron.
Give
It's
them a
like-
"Make America Great Again"
people-
sticker.
Yeah.
John, I found the biggest Jewish stereotype in Star Wars.
Oh, the junk
Republic
trader
credits.
from episode 1.
yeah, it was really weird. I
My
was,
taxes
like,
don't work on me. Only money.
I was the only white person, and they would just like
In all of New York?
no, like
Yeah.
wherever I was, like wherever like the social group was, I was the only white person that wasn't Italian.
Really?
I was like, yeah,
You could have just said you were Italian. You could pass for Italian.
could I?
A little
Maybe.
bit.
Yeah, but then
No,
I
I
have to
don't
like.
think so.
speak
I mean, you're
Italian.
white.
Well, give us your
Yeah.
Italian accent.
Hello, I'm an Italian plumber. I'm here to fix your
You
pipe.
should have just said spaghetti like all over the place.
Spaghetti!
Yeah,
Spaghetti,
I did it.
Just said
There you
that.
go, Joe.
linguine,
Mastacholi.
Pasta.
Ravioli.
Pasta.
Just said
Ravioli,
ravioli.
Mama
No,
Louie.
no, you literally no, Jake. You pass off as Italian, but you before each of your sentences you say ravioli. So let's say you just
ravioli.
say. So let's say you need to take the subway. Like you say the sentence, "I need to take the subway." You say ravioli. I need to take the subway-oli. And you just do that for your whole speech. That's what you do.
No, but it was kind of awkward. Like, they didn't like the fact that I didn't. Maybe they did like the fact that I didn't speak Spanish because everyone there knows how to speak Spanish.
Well, you took the
I bet they
wrong
were
class in
making fun
high
of you the entire
school.
time.
Do you
No, they
honestly
weren't.
think you?
Wow, New York sounds a lot more Spanish than I.
It is a lot more Spanish than you would think.
That depends
on
on
the
neighborhood.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it does. I stepped foot in all the bureaus, though.
The what?
All the bureaus.
What's that?
Bureaus.
You know, there's like Bronx, and you got
Oh, is
Manhattan.
that what they're called? Bureaus?
Yeah,
Oh.
isn't it? And you got Brooklyn, all of them, whatever.
Dude, it's Hermione Bagua.
Well,
I think
That's-
that
that sounds
is one
funny.
of them.
I've never seen a woman outside Hermione.
you went to the Statue of Liberty?
I saw it. I didn't
You didn't
like,
go
go
to
up to it. I didn't touch its foot.
Because I've heard people say it's smaller than it looks.
It is kind of smaller than it looks. Like I got pretty close to it since I went on a boat and went up to it.
And after playing Grand Theft Auto, I can conclude that the Statue of Liberty does not have a beating heart inside of it.
Well, that's not the Statue of Liberty though. That's the statue of it's
Liberty
something else.
City?
No, it's called something else.
But also when I was there, I think they were surprised that because I'm not like that picky of an eater.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so they were surprised that I just like ate all the food that they gave me. They like force fed me, dude.
How could,
I swear, I gained weight over there, and I never gained weight.
how is the poison not killing him by now? He's
I
still
know.
going.
Like, how's the poison? How's this tamarind juice not killing him, dude?
At the end of it, they were just pouring rat poison into his drink in front of him
Yeah,
as
yeah,
he was
pretty
looking right at it.
So you like rat poison, eh?
Like,
Well, have all the rat poison in the world.
thanks.
Thanks, man.
Pretty much, I told him I don't like eggs by themselves and ketchup, and then
they gave you eggs and ketchup.
I just poured a bunch of ketchup on eggs and shoved it down my throat.
All right.
What else? I don't fucking know, dude.
Is the saying "unique New York" true?
Sure.
Say that
Unique
five
New York.
times.
I guess
Unique
it's
New York.
pretty-
Unique New York. Unique New York.
I guess
That's
it's
6
pretty
times.
unique. There aren't as many homeless people as you'd think, honestly.
That's disappointing.
It is.
That sucks.
It's pretty disappointing. But
Much more people.
the hot dogs there are actually pretty good. Like the hot dogs.
They have a Nathan's there, don't they?
Yeah, that's where like Nathan's started. They have a Nathan's.
Nathan's is
everywhere.
pretty good.
They have Nathan's in movie theaters.
Yeah.
Did you see Times Square? Where?
Yeah.
Was it everything you hoped and dreamed?
It is what it sounds like.
It sounds like it'd just be a lot of people in advertisements.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a lot of people in advertisements, and it takes. If you walk faster than people drive. Like if you try to drive through Times Square,
Yeah.
it would take.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck, man. That's gonna take you like an hour.
It probably
Just
just
to get through Times Square.
Like I swear, yeah.
Jesus.
If I turn on a previous episode of Good Morning America, will I see you in the back? Like with the sign?
Yeah, dude. Well, I'll be standing there and to fit into the New York lifestyle, I just have my pants sagging so far. You can see my...
You went to New York and you never met Ethan Klein?
Wait, you
Or
went to New
Sheila
York?
What?
No, I didn't.
Oh, no.
You didn't go to New York, actually?
No.
It was actually Chicago.
Yeah.
I just got confused.
I think I could have at one point, because do you remember the video where they're
Chicago
in
sucks.
Central Park?
Just
Yeah.
joking. I love
Like I
Chicago.
was in
Brad
like
with
around
love.
that part that day.
What are you talking
I think I was in that part that day. So I don't know. I might be in the background of those
Brad,
videos,
what did you say?
But I looked and I wasn't.
The fuck did you say, Brad?
No, what did you say?
Well, I said I hate Chicago, and then I'm like, just kidding. I love Chicago. Love Brad.
Oh yeah, that reminds
That's
me.
all I said.
I took a stop in Chicago when I was going there, and it was at like 11 at night. It was 11. They dropped me off in the middle, in like just downtown Chicago, middle of the city, just like on the side of a street.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm just because that's how Megabus works.
Oh, the Megabus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Megabus
I thought you were
is-
talking about the family too.
No, that's how
Yeah.
Megabus works.
The Megabus is legendary.
The Megabus is legendary. Like, so they dropped me off in the middle of the street, and like, as you can guess, in like downtown Chicago, on the side of a street, there's like a bunch of beggars and like weird people. There were just people like asking for drugs.
Just asked you for drugs?
They
Why
they
you
just
kind of
went up to each person like asking for drugs.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
You get drugs?
Yo,
Oh, so it's
man.
not even Tinder social. It's just they're changing to what Tinder is.
Oh.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why does Tinder have in-app purchases?
Premium, I guess.
Premium Tinder.
And then
They filter out everything below a 7.
What else did I do?
Good.
I went to a Yankees game.
Oh, yeah?
I went to a Yankees game. It was I don't know if there's any baseball fans out there that were watching the game.
I'm a baseball fan.
It was the one where I guess it would still be recently,
I don't know.
like a few weeks ago. Like the game stopped because of rain.
Oh.
Like
It's
last
a fairly
inning,
common occurrence.
like the last inning, it stopped because of rain.
It's a bummer.
So then it continued at like 2 a.m.
Did you go to any of those old movie theaters? I know they have a few.
No, I didn't go into any old movie theaters. I went to a movie theater. That's where I watched Star
Did you
Wars.
see, any like Broadway plays?
No, dude,
I
I'm
read
too
this
poor for that
article.
shit.
Are they expensive?
I
haven't
They're really
looked.
expensive.
I haven't even looked.
like
Broadway
probably
shows are.
Brad, have you been to one?
No.
Oh.
I've just heard they're expensive.
No, what you have to do is you have to second act it. Second acting is when you sneak into it with all the smokers.
But
Oh.
It's like an actual
no,
thing.
I was going to like a national park because I was going to, like, we were gonna grill at like some park or whatever with her family, and like it was filled up, and like I swear I was the only white person there except for the cop that was telling me to come out. So they were telling me, they were like, dude, you should go out there and talk to the cop. They're actually gonna listen to you since you're white.
Wow.
Was it like a quinceanera? What was it?
No, there was just a bunch of people filling up the national park. There was like no special occasion. We just like wanted to grill
Only
there.
white
Right.
person.
No, but yeah.
Did you do it?
But the cop was an asshole anyway, so yeah, I didn't.
I'm just reading this article on Tinder Social. It says the feature is intended as a way of letting people meet up with people alongside friends, with the aim of making dates more fun and finding platonic friends. But some have said that it might be confused with a group sex app, since Tinder is also known as an app that enables casual sex. So Tinder just has like an orgy mode.
I'm gonna get a smartphone so I can get Tinder.
That's
So you said you're getting a smartphone?
Yeah, I think so.
Pokemon Go. Are you actually gonna get Tinder and use it?
Yeah.
You're not bullshitting me. You're serious.
a lot of people use Tinder.
A lot of people use it. Yeah, I didn't think it'd be his style.
It's everyone's style at these times, except for me. I just go on 4chan and.
Do you actually still go on 4chan?
No, I went on 4chan for like 4 days.
on mute, and then I was like, wow, these people are opinionated fucks, and then I didn't go on it ever again.
I use that Rate Your Music a lot though. Like I got that website. From
I don't use anything. I just like listen to what I like.
Rate Your Music. I've been using Last.fm too, like a lot recently.
Never used it.
I think it's really neat. You know?
What's Last.fm?
It's like pretty much what you do is you link your Last.fm account to like your Spotify.
No, what is okay, I asked you what Last.fm is, and then you gave your descriptor. Okay, you linked your Last.fm account with Spotify. Around description.
Okay, first you set up your Last.fm account. Okay, Last.fm pretty much is like it tracks your music that you listen to.
So you can look up like
it tracks your music that you listen to.
Completely off base of the first question I asked you.
So pretty much like all it does is it links all like your music streaming sites together into one thing.
Okay, by music streaming site you mean like what?
Like Spotify,
SoundCloud, and stuff like that.
Okay. It links it all together.
It links it all together. It scrabbles your music, which means like it.
Wait, what?
It scrabbles your music. He
I thought
just
it
was
I was just trying to
explaining
explain
it.
it.
Scrabbles your music.
It scrabbles your music. It just
Scrabbles
mixes it all together. Yeah, but scrabbling is pretty much.
Quidjibos your music?
It saves what music you listen to on your Last.fm account, so it like
Nothing?
recommends you like artists and things like that to listen to.
I thought you at least
Like
put up the
artists.
Quidjibo reference.
What?
Kiwijbo. Quidjibo.
The
It's
fuck
a
is that?
balding North American ape with no chin. It's like a Simpsons reference.
Oh.
From season 1.
I haven't watched all the Simpsons section.
Probably not a lot of seasons 1s.
Brett.
Seasons 1.
What?
Have you ever gone on any cool exotic vacations?
I took 2 road trips. I went to Florida and California. My favorite one out of those 2 would probably be Florida, I guess.
Dude, but Florida's trash.
Well, we were in like the Disney World area, you know. Like it's not as shitty as.
Do they condense like all happiness and like sanity
Pretty
into
much.
Disney World?
Yeah,
and then,
Probably.
Disney World, Cocoa Beach area. That's where all the happiness is.
Oh.
Actually,
and then everywhere else is just trash, garbage people.
It's garbage.
Garbage people.
Garbage.
Just garbage men.
Trash
Yeah.
man.
It's just all trash people. You know?
Trash.
It's just Danny.
It's all they
don't
do.
clothes.
The trash.
Just take out the trash.
Charlie.
Charlie. Poor. Danny DeVito. I'd like to hang out with Danny DeVito.
Danny's gonna be a cool motherfucker.
Yeah. Isn't he like 70?
Yeah, he's old as shit, but he's still going.
God.
When you're that small, you got a lot of energy.
What a poor man.
He's so tiny.
What if you played Tyrion Lannister? Cersei.
What's like a good Tyrion Lannister line? I'm trying to do a Danny DeVito.
I don't know.
Like, well, it's Danny DeVito doing Frank Reynolds' voice is more what it is. Like, the god of tits and wine, Charlie.
The god of tits and wine. I haven't been to very many places.
Yeah.
I took a road trip out to Colorado for family reunion.
Lannisport is a gold
Oh
mine.
shit, I accidentally clicked on a dumb meme.
I took a trip to Oregon for family reunion.
That's
And then there comes to me, by far the most well-traveled of all of us.
Where have you been, Grant?
Where have I been? I've been a
More
lot
like,
of...
where haven't you been?
Yeah, exactly. Let's go through countries. Mexico, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Belize, Puerto Rico. In South America, I've been to Peru.
All the tropical stuff.
I've been to Germany, specifically Munich, Paris, Rome, Vatican City, Iceland. I've been to Tanzania and Japan. And I am 19 years old, so yeah, it's not the...
I went to the gas station
Pretty good.
yesterday. Pretty exotic.
If you bought Big League Chew at the gas station, that makes it even better than all of my trips combined.
I can't eat that.
You can't eat Big League Chew?
No,
I
that's
can't
sugar,
eat
dude.
sugar.
That's stupid.
Me and Brad are on
Big League
keto.
Chew should
Yeah.
be the exception.
It's not. It has sugar in it.
Well, if a serving
Can't
is
eat
5
sugar.
grams, you know you can have a serving of like Big League Chew every day.
No, it has
not the
sugar.
entire bag.
Surfing, that's your only sugar? It's just Big League Chew.
Yeah.
Me and Brad are on a diet called keto right now. We just started. Let's see how long it lasts. No, it's gonna last a while. And
Hopefully.
basically, you can only eat meat, eggs, nuts, and
Dairy.
vegetables.
You can only have milk and honey.
You can't have
It's a
honey. You can
different
have
diet.
milk though.
What?
You can
It's a
have
different
dairy.
diet.
No, milk and honey is an adhesive.
An adhesive?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh, no, it's egg and honey. Never mind.
You can-
Like a glue?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's an ancient glue.
Oh.
Egg and honey. Meant to be washed away and then rain.
Cool.
Arranging for your father to drown in his own bathtub required more modern science. Shit. I'm just quoting from the Sherlock Holmes movie because he says, because that's what the guy uses to reconstruct this. He breaks his tomb apart and then he puts it together with this adhesive made of egg and honey, and then it washes away in the rain, so it looks like he was resurrected. I don't know. I'm just quoting stupid.
That's what I would do.
That Sherlock Holmes movie was not half bad. The sequel was not great.
Yeah.
Even though it should have been better.
The best parts of it were, well, maybe not the best parts, but one of the good parts were
boobs.
when he's fighting.
When he's boxing that guy,
he's
it's awesome.
analyzing all this shit about
First,
his
distract then block his blind jab.
Yeah. Discombobulate.
Discombobulate, he smacks his ears, yeah. That's the one I remember.
I want to use that. I want to be in a fight to use that.
And then you just
You could it probably actually does something.
Yeah.
I've been discombobulated before.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It discombobulates you, dude.
Just do it to yourself, like a little bit. Just like, ah! Is there a name for that sound when you like hit your ear and you know that sound, like a war? You know what I'm talking about? It's like a weird.
What are you talking
pressure
about?
sound?
So if I hit my ears.
When you hit your ears. You
It
hear
goes
that pressure sound?
It goes whack, whack.
Yeah, like whack, whack. Like a.
I don't
I
think
wonder if there's a word
I
for
don't think
that.
so.
specific name.
You want to make one up right here on the podcast?
Yeah, what do you want to call it?
I want to call it Wurpy.
That's fine with me.
Warpy, yeah, alright.
It's called a wormpy. You heard it here first, folks. That sound when you hit your ears is
Hey
called
John,
a wormpy.
okay, you see these little this right here?
Yeah.
Okay, so put it on yours and just do this.
Yeah.
So while I'm talking, it sounds like my voice is all getting broken up and things. It sounds really bizarre.
Man, this is probably one of the most.
I used to do this all the time when I was little.
We should do the rest of it like this, even though our hands might get tired.
This is probably one of the most lax podcasts we've ever had.
Because we're playing with our ears.
Yeah.
I used to put shit in my
Dominican kids on a bike!
Jake, did it look like this? Oh fuck!
Wait, what?
There's Dominican kids on a bike. A video of it.
Did these Dominican kids look accurate?
Yeah.
Were these the Dominican kids
Is that
that
how they
assaulted
traveled?
you?
Yeah, that's who they were. Yep.
So I have a story about ears coming off of
Ears?
ears, yeah.
Okay.
So I was in second grade, and
Wow, that's impressive.
I remember
I never made it that far.
we were having a reading time. You know, we were reading a book, and my ear started hurting a whole lot. You know.
Did you
I
have a
didn't-
bug in your ear?
Hold on, but it got worse. Like, you know, it started hurting at the reading table, and it just kept getting worse. You know, so I had to go home, and you know that later that night it got so bad that I had to be brought to the hospital. And they put me under you know, like an what is it called? Yeah, like an anesthesia. But
Anesthesia.
I remember it was Mountain Dew anesthesia. Like,
What the fuck?
they
I
actually
had
that. They had like
I had
anesthesias.
bubblegum flavored when I had you know what tubes in your ears are?
Yeah.
I had tubes in my ears and I had bubblegum and it's like this paste that they rub on the inside of the mask. It doesn't make it taste any less shitty.
Okay.
I distinctly remember I dreamt about Legend of Zelda.
Oh.
Especially that one god, the god of fire lady. Din or whatever her name is. And then I woke up and I had apple juice. And they said I could have apple juice or a popsicle stick. And I asked for apple juice and I still regret it to this day because a popsicle stick would have been way better.
Dude, I was.
I can't believe I wrote that.
So, you know, the procedure went fine and everything. I woke up like, you know, a little bit later, and it turns out that there were like actually like rocks in my ears.
What the fuck?
I must have put them in there when I was like little or something like that. And they've just been in my ears since like, you know, for years, you know.
Ears for years.
Ears for years. Cheers for fears, but I don't know, it was a pretty good experience.
I got a popcorn kernel stuck in my ear once. I was eating popcorn in bed, right out of the bag.
And it's just
What? I was like 6 years old or something. But I was like, hey, this popcorn kernel is pretty small. Hey, the hole in my head where my ear is, which is my ear, is pretty small. I'm gonna put a popcorn kernel in there, and then I'm like, oh fuck, it won't come out. And then I started freaking out, and then my mom was freaking out trying to get it out of there, and she couldn't. And then we went to the doctor the next day, and all he did was put super glue on the end of the Q-tip, and then stuck it in my ear, and got the kernel out. Yeah.
Accurate. That's what doctors do.
Yeah.
My brother once put a magnet in his nostril, and then he took another magnet
And put it in
his
the
other nostril. And he had to go to the hospital and get it taken out.
I mean, he can still breathe like that, right? It's just in the middle.
It
Thing of the nose?
it got like no, it got way up there.
Oh, so block the passages.
Yeah, it blocked it. So he had to go to the doctor.
Rip.
And my sister, when I don't know, it's just a story my parents told me. But when my sister was like a little baby, like she put rocks up her nose, and they had like a bunch of them, like not just
She's
one.
trying to break a record.
Too
Come on.
much.
Put like a bunch of rocks. She would just like stuff rocks in her nose,
Uh-huh.
like, and she had to go to the.
She's just training to haul crack cocaine up her nose.
Did I ever tell you guys that my sister would play baby bowling, and she would set up like little blocks, and then she would like slide us across the floor into the blocks.
Oh yeah.
It's just Christ.
It was like we were like little toddlers and stuff.
How would she slide you across? Did she grease you up first? Then just
No, it's like a wood floor, and then we like obviously fabric and knock into the.
Works better than you think.
Yeah.
I mean, I
works better than I think.
I
and
baby
worse
bowl-
than I hope.
I baby bowl professionally, and it
Baby
takes a lot
bowl.
of skill.
Yeah, it
Is
does.
that
a lot of
like
nuance
is
to
that
it,
like
yeah.
another version of like in like Wolf of Wall Street where they're throwing the midgets at that dartboard?
Yep.
God, I love
So
that.
well-
Same thing.
I love that scene so much because it's like pure scumbaginess when they're worried about like them like oh you're not supposed to stare at them
Yeah.
because you're not supposed to treat them like people or something like that or like it's ridiculous.
And is this just me, or did everyone do what John could?
What?
Stair sliding.
I just stare sliding.
Oh, I fucked myself up.
I did that at a friend's
I had a
house.
refrigerator
Oh, yeah,
box and I slid down my stairs. And you know I have that railing on my stairs
Yeah.
up there? Like I almost broke through that and barreled into that closet. That's right there.
Have you seen the video of the little girl doing that? And she's all excited before she does it, and then she goes into the box and just keeps rolling down the stairs, and she's just freaking out.
Have you ever seen that the Jackass one where they cover the stairs like snow and stuff and he skis
Oh, yeah.
out of his door?
And then there's the one with the cats where there's just a lid of a box or something on the end of the
It
stairs,
jumps into
and the cat jumps, tries to pounce in something, and slides down the stairs.
If there's a Jackass stunt I want to do, even though it would make me so sick, it's like ride inside one of those tires.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
that thing where they ride inside the
Big
huge
tires.
tires and they roll down the hills?
Yeah.
It'd be so terrifying, but it'd be so much fun.
I'm gonna try the
Yeah,
porta potty
probably.
slingshot.
I was just gonna say, you didn't want to do the porta potty
That'd be
slingshot?
awful.
That'd be fun.
You'd be caked in shit.
Dude, it's fun.
Yeah, dude.
Try it sometime.
That's horrible.
I would do it if they replaced it with like what could
Mountain
they
Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew.
Here's what you gotta do.
I don't know.
That's anesthesia.
Here's what you gotta do. You gotta go to a music festival, and they always have porta potties there, right? So you go to the music festival
You just
and wait
do
till
it.
everyone's all focused on the music, and you slink back to the porta potty. What you do is you climb into the porta potty, into the toilet, cover yourself in shit, and then go run out in the middle of the people and just try to rub against as many people as possible.
No, that
Or
would
you
get
guys
kicked
just-
out.
You just
No,
tip
Rick.
it.
What you have to do, you have to wait for someone to use the porta potty. So you
Yeah.
wait for someone to come in, and you're like, surprise!
And you burst out from the water.
I would never use a porta potty again if that happened.
And you're just pinching them while they're using it. No, you have to be someone. You have to like knock at it at the sides, and you have to like pinch their bottom, and you gotta just go like and burst forth from it.
If you got caught, you'd actually be a sexual predator.
You have to
it'd be
stand on the
voyeurism,
side, wait
yeah.
from the shit, and say, nom 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 nom, delicioso. And then you jump out.
Wire speakers into it, and then just scare the shit out of people for money.
Oh my, you could actually do that. Just have like a laser sensor, and then just like have it set up to a
Ooh.
speaker system. So every time someone poops, it goes, nom 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 nom, delicioso. And then something
probably
pops
have
up and
toilets.
smacks them in the butt.
They probably have toilets in Japan that do exactly that. Toilets in
Yeah,
Japan are nuts,
yeah.
where they have built-in bidets in them to wash your balls.
That
How
calls-
crazy is Japan, right?
It's pretty fucking nuts. Well, it depends what part you're at. Like some parts are really chill and they're nice. I remember you kept saying, "Grant, are you sure you're not in Colorado?" When I kept posting pictures of Japan, and that was like northern and a little bit of western Japan. Because it's nice, it's like more mountainous, it's really cool. But the city can get nuts if you go to I went to a fucking Gundam cafe, you know, and like there's
Sweet.
just crazy shit there. There's a store called Akibara, and it's like 7 stories tall, and each story is a different theme to it. So one is like all about photography equipment and just camera equipment that you would not believe. The other one's like TVs. The video game one is bizarre and just I don't know. That's a whole nother thing to talk about how weird Japan is.
Are they like the marts in like Cerulean City and like Pokemon in the Pokemon games?
Cerulean
Do
City.
you think we should all go to Japan?
I imagine
together?
the one in Cerulean City they based off of the. I would almost certainly assume they based it off of that building
That makes
because
sense.
it's like very similar in style.
Mhm.
It's crazy though. I went to an arcade too. I got my ass kicked at Street Fighter,
I bet.
and I had to wait in line for like half an hour just to play it.
Oh.
And they didn't, because in Japan they don't do that thing where you ever see like an American like proper arcades? There's etiquette where you put your quarters down on the edge of the machine to indicate that you're next.
Okay.
They don't do that there. So there's this ridiculous like they don't even like line up like normal people. They just it's kind of like just random there. Yeah, they just crowd around and you just kind of jump in. So I jumped in and they're all looking at me like this stupid American got my ass handed to me in Street Fighter.
Yeah.
That was fun though.
Should we all go there together as a group?
I want to go to Japan.
If you guys could like afford it, and I can't even afford it, it's really expensive. It'd be a super fun trip. It's awesome. It is
I wanna
a
play
great
that-
country, and I only explored a little bit of it. You
I want
know?
to play that
Just
one.
being in Tokyo for like a week would be so much fun.
Do you need to learn a little Japanese, or is
I-
there a lot of English?
Well, I went.
translated?
So I went. My grandma, she does these things with my generation of cousins, and like so she would take my brothers on trips and stuff, and she takes all of them on trips around the world. So some of my cousins went to London. One of my brothers went to Argentina. Another went to Ecuador. So I was kind of an odd one out in my cousins. So I went with just her and 2 of her friends from Memphis because she lives there, and one of them does business in Japan and Hong Kong. Guy's fucking loaded like you would not believe. And he was already going on vacation to Japan. It's like, oh, I'll show you around. And he spoke a little bit of Japanese, just enough, because I mean, he did business there.
Yeah.
But I only took a tiny bit away from it. But I imagine you could find a way to survive. Especially now they have those like, because now Google translates even way better than it used to be. Like you can speak into it and it'll translate for you. Or like, there's that thing where like you can take like a video of like foreign text and then it automatically translates it. You ever seen that like thing of it? So like I mean there's that, but there's a decent amount. Like it'd be so hard to order in a restaurant without with no knowledge of Japanese, but you could probably get around a decent chunk. Because
Wouldn't you just go like American,
Cheeseburger.
and then they bring you out like
dude, I saw one of the funniest
and they
things
just
I ever
bring you
saw
out
in
like a
Japan.
picture like
It was
menu.
It was
They
like
probably
this.
have those.
It was a Americanized, like it was an anime girl wearing a star-striped bikini with a big Uncle Sam hat and a foaming beer in one hand and a giant burger in the other. Just
What
like,
the fuck?
it was hilarious.
Did you go in there and like feel like a king?
No, like in Japan?
No, go into like that restaurant.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't a restaurant. It was just an image I saw
Oh,
at
an
that
image.
weird part of town. I did feel like a king in Japan because I was taller than everyone else there.
Really?
By a country mile, dude. It was ridiculous.
Are they really that short?
They're pretty damn
I feel like that's a myth.
Well, no, so I was on, like, for example, I would ride on the subway, and if it was crowded, I'd be standing up and holding onto it. There were maybe 2 or 3 other people in a very crowded subway
So
train
great. I
that
could
were
safely
about
do
my
this
height.
in a subway.
It was ridiculous.
I could safely turn around in a helicopter form and go.
You should just do, Jake, if you ever went to Japan, you should just do that and just freak people out.
like
The
do that
funniest
down the
thing,
streets.
that just reminds me of when Tyler, the creator, went to Japan. He did like a video series where he went to Japan.
Spinning for
And the thing is black people in Japan is such a bizarre thing to
so
them.
scary
They
for
can't compute it.
Well,
It's
because
like
of there's the whole Ganguro movement, wasn't there?
Ganguro.
Yeah, Ganguro.
I saw 2 Ganguro girls. It's pretty fucked up. But that's not about like that's just a weird. That's actually them trying to be Western, not them trying to be black.
Oh, okay.
So
That makes
black
sense.
people just kind of freak them out. There's something about it.
Let's go there
So
without
there were
Google.
2 black guys on my plane to go to Japan, and I could definitely see reactions of them getting off the plane
Yeah.
with the other people in the airport, just let alone. But like Tyler, the creator, walked around Japan, and he did this thing. He would just walk up to random people, and be like, "You know where I'm from? You know where I'm from? You know where I'm from? Not from here."
That sounds so awesome.
There's one thing I remember going to a town called Nara, and Nara's famous because there's just deer all over the town, just flooded. They're everywhere, and you can buy these cookies from these vendors, and you can feed the deer, and then you can bow, and they'll bow.
Oh, I saw a video of that today.
Yeah, they're really cool. No, and
They have really cool looking animals.
that's also
too.
my profile picture on Facebook.
Oh,
That's where the deer, and there's the one. I have the 3 deer around me, and there's that one who's leaning on the camera I have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that place is super cool. That whole town is amazing, and some of the best food I've ever eaten on that trip. Okonomiyaki, highly recommend it. It's like
Okonomiyaki.
It's like Japanese pizza.
Japanese pizza.
Japanese pizza. And then I went to the onsens, which are the nude baths, and I went on a day. We went on, well, it was a night, I should say. I went on a night, and it was like an entire baseball team. They were like the guy who was with us told me it was a baseball team, and they was like, oh, we run this game, so we're gonna have a celebratory onsen night. Like it's a thing people do. So I have this. I'm sitting at the end of this line. So what you do is you get completely naked, and you get your towel, and then you go and you're actually supposed to wash yourself before you get in the water. So you wash yourself like crazy. You soap yourselves up. You basically don't take a full shower before you go in this bath. And it's mind-blowingly hot, but it's super relaxing. So I'm sitting at this end of about 20 little things. It's basically like a sink and
By
there's
little
a shower
things,
head
you mean
thing
like little
and soap.
dicks.
Yeah. So
But
I have
racist.
I have like damn near 20
Statistically accurate though.
Japanese teenagers like talking to themselves while buck-ass naked, and I'm just sitting there at the end of this line just like shouting myself, just like, oh my god, it's so fucking awkward.
Why did you go in there? I would have.
It was an experience thing.
I would never go in. And
When in Rome, dude. It was actually super relaxing. It was just, it was, I told the guy I was with, I said, it would definitely take me a while to get used to that. I'd have to give it a bit. I mean, I was scared shitless to do it because I just didn't want to die of pure embarrassment. For one, I didn't have to see my grandma buck-ass naked because they separate the male and female.
Oh.
That's like super strict.
fucking misogynist, fucking
It wasn't
gender roles.
But dude, like, it was like taking a super nice bath. Like, oh my god, it was so relaxing.
Yeah.
It was just so hot. It was hot springs. And it was just amazing. But definitely a really uncomfortable experience. And when I see a bunch of naked Japanese baseball players all like talking to each other while they're buck ass naked showering, it's just so weird. But I mean, it can't be any crazier than guys showering at a gym.
Yeah, no.
I don't even like that.
Like, I know, it's because
That's
again,
not
it's a huge cultural divide.
It's not fun to look
Japan.
at
When I went to
naked
Japan,
dudes.
like I've been to like South American countries are kind of similar in culture in terms of that. European countries are a lot more sexually open. Like there was a strip club 2 buildings down from my hotel in Munich, and they had pictures of just fully naked women outside as advertisement.
Yeah.
So there's that, and I was in 6th grade, so this fucks me up. And then you go to Japan. Japan, even though I knew quite a bit about Japan before I went to the trip, there's still a lot of culture shock you get because things are just totally different there.
Yeah.
Like going like eating. Eating is like you're supposed to eat for like 2 hours in Japan. Like a meal is 2 hours, and everything's very particular.
I eat things slow.
Yeah, and it's about conversation, so they bring your meal out very staggered in Japan.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And also, you don't tip them in Japan.
That's
That's
horrible.
It's
can't-
insulting
they will be
out the ass
so,
if you tip them.
They will feel
Like they
they'd be
find
mad
it
at you.
because I think they see it as like a pity sort of thing if
Yeah.
you tip
Oh,
them.
Yeah.
So like it's just not their.
Like it's kind of like looking down on them.
Yeah,
Like
they
it's
see it
a
as
lesser
looking down on
class.
them.
I have money. Here you go. Like that kind of thing.
But the culture is also notably like it's very efficient. Like, and you know that immediately when you see them riding on subways. The subway system in Japan is probably the best public transit I've ever been on. It is so damn precise. In Japan, it's a totally legit excuse from work if you say the train was late because the trains are never late. So if they're late, it's a super rare occurrence. Everything is so like on the money when it comes to something that's supposed to be like government run or so like. You know, because they have a very strict culture in that regards. But like, then you go to the places like Akihabara, which is called Electric Town in Japan, and that's where all like the anime and all the otaku shit is, and that's just bizarre. There's like things where you can get these little girls dressed up as maids to like fucking like to follow you around and to fuck. You can go to whorehouses there, and you can pay girls to pretend you're like like you're like their dad and shit. Or you can go to places they're called like soap lands or something, and it's basically prostitution's totally illegal in Japan.
I want to meet a girl.
But there's tons of workarounds. One is where you're basically getting washed by this prostitute.
Is it kind of like a neuro massage? You know what that is?
I do not.
Never heard of that. Okay. It's like they get naked and you get naked and they oil themselves up and massage you.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, so
it's not.
massage.
Yeah, so it's not considered actual, and they call it a soap land.
Okay.
I don't know what the Japanese name for it, and they oil and soap themselves up, and it's not considered sex because they're just rubbing around on you. So, and that's like a thing. Like it's the underground culture of Japan is, I think, pretty twisted.
So,
and there's things like where they have like girl pop bands, and then after the concerts, you can pay to like meet them and like hold their hands and shake their hands. It's fucking creepy. It's so twisted.
Wait, so did you pay for a maid girl to follow you?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
If we go on a trip there, I can show you guys the dark underground places.
I'm gonna hire like 3 of them.
Can we pay for
the one thing I wish I did was go play pachinko just to see how it is. The pachinko places are so nuts. I walked by one, it had automatic doors. I hear the doors, I walk by it, so the doors open, and it's so goddamn loud. It's always crazy sound.
Well, I just walk by the door.
Pachinko!
And then they close.
It was fun, yeah.
Then they close.
I just like want to get a maid girl to follow me around just so like every time she tries to do something mainly, I'll just get like pissed at her. Like she tries to open the door and I'll be like, what the fuck are you doing? Get back! Get behind me, fucking idiot! What are you doing opening doors? You don't think I can open a door? Stuff like that.
And then they just like shrink back.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you heard talking like Nandesuke Zoguru? That
That's-
deep anime voice?
No.
No?
They don't, because that's a thing. Like, do you mean like them trying to pronounce English words
No.
and saying like if I was to say SpongeBob, I'd say like SpongeBob, you know,
Yeah.
like that's a
Well,
thing.
you're
That's
right.
an actual thing, but I do not remember the name. It's like the things they do in JoJo,
Oh.
like because in JoJo all the
They
stands,
add deeds and then
little
the consonants.
dirty deeds done the dirty cheapu, like, or like
It's like kind of like it wouldn't be Ebonics.
Japanese ebonics.
Ebonics.
Fina. Like, they're just going around like, Fina get the sushi.
Finna get that pussy.
I know, everyone's kind of like the guys are just like you can't sing it, and the girls have just artificially high voices. Like that. They're like, I got to stay, the guy I was with, one of his business associates, I got to stay at his family's house, and I got to meet his mom and his dad, and they were, old people in Japan are something different. They're just so
Old.
smiling. They smile all the time. Like in America, a lot of the stereotypes like grumpy old man, like sweet grandma. This was insanely sweet grandma, super nice old man. It was this weird dynamic I could never get my hands on. It was really fun though.
Well, next episode's gonna be in Japan, boys.
Yeah.
We're going to Japan.
We're
Let's
gonna
get going.
live stream from Pachinko,
Yeah.
right next to
From
Pachinko
Pachinko.
machine. You couldn't even hear our voice.
Well,
We're gonna have a
Those-
special guest. It'll be a maid girl, and we're gonna
Yeah.
make her eat a bunch of
Well,
taquitos.
Yep.
Pachinko's interesting because it's a gambling workaround. Because you take the things you win and you go right next door and you cash them in for prizes.
Oh.
So it circumvents it. That's why in Pokemon,
Yeah.
when you win coins at the slot machines, you
You
go
go
to
to
the
a
building
separate
next
building.
door to get Pokemon. That's exactly
Oh,
why.
interesting. Yeah.
I know, I think it's really fun.
I was just
and
gonna
that's why
say
you
that.
never gamble with real money at those things. You have to buy coins.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you bought coins, but
You ever played Pokemon and went to the gambling thing? And then
Pokemon, yeah.
and you never gambled. All you did was I would just buy the coins, and I'd just buy the coins and do battles to get more money, and then I would go and buy a Porygon.
Yeah.
And life would be complete.
that's the only place you can get Porygon, right?
Yeah.
9,999 points. You can get multiple EVs from there.
I remember grinding in that fucking thing.
Dude, I just never played the slots. What I would do is I got a Persian, which is the Meowth evolution, and he had Payday on him.
Yeah.
And there's a particular spot in Pokemon Fire Red, that's the one I played for the first gen areas a lot, where you can fight these particular trainers that are just loaded with money. So I would just play as that guy and just keep using Payday over and over again to get way more money from the fights, and then I'd just go and spend it all on play coins to get a Porygon. Yeah.
Well,
John.
it's getting to be that time, boys.
Is it?
It's high noon.
Shut up.
Brett's the only one here that plays Overwatch.
Yeah,
I don't
he
even
is
play
the
Overwatch.
only one that plays Overwatch.
I just know the memes because I'm a meme.
Okay, Brett. What character would play most like the engineer?
Quick.
Torbjorn.
Okay, that's
Torbjorn.
if I had to play Overwatch, that's what I'd play. Engineer is my main class.
Toblerone.
This is the fire
We
round.
call him Toblerone.
I love we. Is that the Overwatch community?
We?
No, when you say we call him over
Yeah.
Toblerone, are you trying to say
No,
like
no,
the
like
Overwatch?
our friend group that plays.
Oh, I imagine a lot of the Overwatch community also calls
You guys,
him
we should probably
Toblerone.
wrap this up
Maybe.
here.
I don't know.
This
Okay,
is
let's
the
do it.
fire round. For any other ideas you want to get out there before
Toblerone makes you really fat.
Toblerone
Yeah, it
gets you
does.
fat.
It's like sequence, but for your eyes.
Sequence. Brad.
Overwatch is fun to play it. Anna's in the new update. She's really sweet.
And then all I have to say is one day I want to meet the world's largest hot dog. I want to meet him.
And then you're gonna go down to the lobby with him and eat hot dogs.
Also,
Yes.
one final mark. Make sure you go get your prosthetic umbilical cords.
Yes. Go to the lobby, buy some umbilicords today. Umbilical cords. Umbilicords.
Umbilicord.
Umbilicord.
Tell me,
That's
Taylor.
what they should call it.
Umbilicord. Have you ever seen the GIF where it's like scientifically tested and it's just a guy freaking out
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit?
Okay, see you guys. See you guys.
Oh, wait.
Bye.
What shit?
Go buy some tummy tails, otherwise known as
Umbilicords.
umbilicords. Go get some hair plugs.
Red hot chili pepper.
Go get some hair
Drop by the
plugs.
school, play rock and roll.
Go get some hair plugs, you bald fuck!